Ladies and gentlemen, Roshi has slammed JTPodcast and new trends. This is basically because new trends and JTPodcast came up with a video, started criticizing Roshi's ebook. You know what it takes to write an ebook. The creativity top notch and everything that is all that we have. So it needs people with the wherewithal, people with the skills that is required for you to put them down in a palatable manner which majority of people can consume it. Therefore, what is the problem if Roshi decided to put down the skills and the story in that kind of an ebook itself? There is a lot of variables, kind of benefits with such kind of book that now the content creators are being urged. For you to make it in YouTube street, you must be holistically levelized and skyrocket your revenues going forward. So this is the problem that perhaps maybe New Trends and JTPodcast saw it, and that's why they came in and started trashing the book. After what they spoke about the book, of which it is coming at the progression stages of this video, Roshi decided to give them a slam down and a shutdown and a dress down. And up to now, they've never responded back. Perhaps let me give you a snapshot of what Roshi told them and how Roshi told them off going forward.
Myself, and I also want to tell you that never, never, never let anybody determine or tell you how much your effort, your time, your skills, your values, whatever that you have to give to the world, how much it should cost, how much is worthy. Somebody that comes and tell you your job, your work is too expensive, they are too cheap. That's all that you can do. For one people that tell you your work is too expensive for them, you will find 10 people that can actually buy your services, that can actually pay for your services. Then some 10 people that they will be glad to actually use their money to exchange for your services.
That alone is Roshi's response and directed to them. Roshi is reminding us, do not ever let any person whatsoever, more so from the social media, to oversing on what your life is supposed to be. Do not lower yourself by heeding to calls of majority of people who do not know your life, who do not know your whereabouts. People who are thriving in gossiping now wants to know your value. People want to tell you that after putting a piece of hard work, therefore you're supposed to charge it this way. Because first of all, these are the people and the haters who as long time has never recognized your work. These are the people who has never involved in a positive criticism. Much they know it's the negativity that revolves around you, that they're peddling around you, so that people should not believe in your hard work or in your art and a craftsmanship itself. So these are the people that Roshi is telling you. You must know your worth, you must know your value, and you must stand for it, and you must have a tag price, not dictated by the people, but dictated by yourself and your value. You must start looking yourself in a high pedestal. Not be put by the people, but start by putting yourself and work towards that direction, such that whenever you tag yourself such kind of a price, therefore nobody should tell you nothing that come down. No. What normally tags the price of a person is how you worked on yourself, what kind of investment you've built within yourself, and what really kind of a skill that you have acquired that people admire outside there. And the people around you sometimes also must detect your price and your worthwhile value in this kind of the world, on this Christendom. Therefore, the people like JTPodcast, the people like New Trends, has got no audacity to come and tell Roshi that your book ought to have been $10. Who are you? You never participated in writing that book. It doesn't matter whether it's JTP who wrote it. For the first thing, what was the essence of ChatGPT? It's for such works. Where is the idea from? The idea is from Roshi. If Neotrends and JT think that they can do better work than what Roshi did, why can't you go and put your gibberish and your certain kind of illicit kind of an idea in a chat GPT to come up with an ebook? It's something that you never thought of. Why can't you also come up with ebook so that you put at $3? What I want to tell you that it's never enough. Some people can find it 50 USD comfortable, some people cannot. Whether you reduce it to $10, other people will still complain because they can only afford $3. So the best that you can do is award your piece of work with the best kind of effort, with the best kind of value. You self-analyze yourself. What kind of work you input over there? What is the value? At the ROI, the return of investment will be realized. And the question that also we need to ask ourselves, why is Neotrend a JT podcast hellbent of always criticizing, castigating, and wants to dismantle Roshi ebook in this YouTube street? I hear them talk a lot of things which I want to dwell onto them at the progressive stages of this video. So guys, if you're coming across this video for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. Without your effort, this YouTube won't be at this at this pace and growth. So let's dive in after the break. Welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, Roshi later came and explained the ordeal and the reasons why people are criticizing his ebook at the comment section. Roshi went ahead and explained. So into this video, before I introduce you to Roshi video explaining, I want us to form the better part of understanding this video. Then after that video, we are going to deliberate why JT and Neotrends decided to castigate Roshi on coming up with the ebook. We are also going to deliberate on how worthwhile a human being can be. And the question that also you should opine down at the comment section, should you let your worthwhile be controlled by the people? Who is a pace setter who must set that kind of worthwhile value? Must you left it for the people to decide on how you live your life, or must you set the pace? And what is wrong with Roshi setting that pace itself? Perhaps let's watch this video, then we'll come and explain about it.
You put from your heart how much it should cost. Never, never, never. And especially when it comes on social media, never, never let any fake account tell you that. But when they are real humans, even more. You are valuable. Your time is valuable. Your efforts are valuable. Your skills, whatever you prepare for, whatever that your soul was telling you to communicate with the world,
You are a liar, a threat, go the
it has a big reason. So you deserve to be paid as much as you think you're worthy, as much as you think you deserve to receive in exchange of what you are providing to the world, of what you're giving to the world. So take this for any case in your life. If you are an entrepreneur, especially because sometimes you are the one putting the prices, if you are any type of job, when you have to decide if you're beginning, if you want to teach classes, if you're an English teacher, if you're a music teacher, if you're a salsa teacher and you don't know how much you should go, so you think, oh, this is too expensive or is it too cheap? Never let anybody tell you how much you are valuable. Whatever you feel that is good for you, you will find people that will be glad to pay for whatever you have to offer to the world. So that's my...
That is Roshi. Roshi is explaining something so interesting here. That your piece of work It's your skill and your idea that is put on a paper or on a visual tape or video. That the price tag itself reflects your whole life. This is business. And do not let friends, do not let relatives, and a third person, more so on a social media, to come and dictate the worth. Because first of all, this person was never present when you're doing such kind of piece of work. This person has got no knowledge and that kind of skill to come and advise you on what to tag as a price. Well, what is the backdrop of these things? When Roshi launched his ebook, the day one that of launching itself, he had got 200 people plus who had already purchased the book. And McHugh, the book itself was trading at 50 USD. Later, he came and reduced it to 30 USD. And people are still purchasing it. So as you know, the Lazy Gang went ahead, clicked the link to see how many number of people have purchased it. It was shocking. And that is now the backdrop of their castigation, the backdrop of their negativity that they want to spread along this ebook thing. Now, that the people with fake channels, people who are buying bots to go and lash out Roshi at the comment section that the book is so expensive. Well, what I know, for the first phase, the mark price is 50 USD. But for you to skyrocket your views, skyrocket your sales itself, you have also to boost that no, one of my first 100 people who will pay for this book, I will get you it for 30 USD, the first 100 people. Thereafter, its actual price of 50 USD shall resume. It doesn't matter whether there are other substantial books that you bought $10 or $30 or $50. Other people were doing it because of charity, to solicit funds to go for an aid. Therefore, you cannot equate somebody selling his book at 10 USD, then you want Roshi also to sell hers at 10 USD. It doesn't work like that. Basically, if it's business, you must also get the return on investment. The time spent itself is a cost. Either editing itself, all these things and aspects and factors considered will come out with the price of the book itself. But not an outsider who is a negative person who has ever destined themselves to be speaking verbiage in this YouTube street to castigate you or advising you on how they want you to sell your book. You know, these people merely, they lack substantial things to do. In as much you want to dictate to Roshi how Roshi must live her life, how Roshi must do 1, 2, 3, 4, how Roshi, you know, you people sometimes cut slack out of this family because there is a lot of negativity you are throwing to them. Why must you bring out your wrath? Because the book is not yours. You don't know what it takes for such kind of book to be written down. Even if you know, maybe you acquired the resourceful kind of materials for you to put up such kind of material content together. That's why yours maybe could have gone for 20 USD. But it depends on where Roshi got the resources. So the price itself. So what I know, I'm telling you, these are negative people. Because if you're a supporter that you want to support, you have Roshi number. The best thing, which means you know Roshi and email, you could have really called her or texted the Roshi that, you know, this is this, I feel 50 USD is much. Could you please? So that you negotiate one-on-one. But doing it at the comment section really qualifies you as a hater. Those are the bots that already been bought to lash out Roshi because the Lazy Gang plus the minions, how they are, they want to react. They want content to do it. That's why you must see this picture here. The picture that you're seeing here, this is the picture that JTPodcast put immediately when Roshi launched the book as a thumbnail. I also tagged the two of them because Neotrends also talked about it and trashed the ebook. and saying it is not the work of Roshi, that Roshi is not too skillful to write such kind of a book. That's the work of the AI or ChatGPT. This is why I want to ask you, if it's the work of ChatGPT, it's there freely. Do you have the skill to operate or to use the ChatGPT? Use it to come out also with your weird vexation. Put it on that piece of paper so that you come out and you write an ebook itself. Then we see how many people will purchase it. It's the same thing when Amaran launched a masterclass. Majority of people can get it. Little did they know, when everything comes with Christmas list and all this comes with it, what will happen is when people said, wow, within 1 week, 20,000 USD was already accumulated and people bought it. People were like, you mean? It's the same ebook when Roshi launched. Now these people went ahead and looked at the sale. Then they said, this is marvelous. They couldn't believe. Now, the orchestration of their reaction, which is so negative, it's being orchestrated by the high sale value, the tag price, that Roshi is now making the profit. They are not only against that, but they are against of the future growth and investment that Roshi has inbuilt into his YouTube going channel. First of all, these are the people criticizing Roshi of her channel of music that she doesn't know how to sing. At the same time, these are the people who all along wanted Roshi to separate with Amaro, that Roshi is riding on Amaro because of the subscription. And what is wrong with that? Even if the husband and wife, these are the people, if Roshi brings up an ebook, they don't want that ebook. So what is their problem really? What do they want? What do they want? New trend, you have all the resources with you. You can try and put yours. JTPodcast, you can try and put yours. The same way JTPodcast is dealing with forex trade. Nobody has interfered with it. Nobody has come and talked ill about it. Why are you interfering with other people's business and deals? The new trend is just jumping to skyrocket things that are never making sense. Okay, if it's ChatGPT, what was the essence of it? What was the use of it? Such kind of usage. Why can't you sit down and also make it yours? How many number of times in Nyabohanze, if you look at the people and you even play their music, it's going to use the AI to moderate a phone. All the people in the village, and sometimes you take such kind of things, you play in your video and you sing and you learn such kind of creativity. Now when it comes to Roshi, now she's not skillful. That is not her work. Double speak and irony of the highest order. So the reasons and the question people are asking after there, why are these people always headbent of bringing negativity and their bad energy and bad mind onto these families' business affairs? One, out of jealousy, because they're just jealousy. They don't want the progress of this family detected, because there is something that God put in the family and something that Roshi also has come into the life of Emarwa, that these people don't want it, the progress itself. And it's vividly evident that people are headed to the progress and the huge profits coming their way on the way. That is it. That is it. And they're looking out of the content itself. For a matter of fact, I want to tell you what Roshi has done. Roshi has thought out of the box. This is a business that will go live in the entire life. Whether even at a time when Roshi will have finished doing YouTube, the ebook itself shall stay forever, because people always like buying books online and they read. The types of English, the type of artwork, the type of creativity that is exhibited in that ebook itself is top notch. And this is now people are now saying, no, the way Roshi is speaking English is not commensurate with the piece of work. My friend, people are gifted differently. An example is yours truly. I'm not good at speaking, I just speak. But when you give me, write, because God blessed me when I want to sit down and start writing. My friend, the piece of art that I write can really blow up your mind. Most of the time, I've even exhibited it. And majority of people told me, Zach, right. Before I used to run a YouTube, a Facebook, where I used to exhibit my creativity when it comes to writing itself. People fell in love with it, but because of the politics in my country, it was closed and was brought down. Because other politicians were like, hey, this guy. So other people have you ever met people, mainly even in a class, they couldn't even utter a single squawk of fears of such kind of an English word. But whenever you give them the composition to write, my friend, you'll ask yourself, are these words from you? So what is the problem? The people, they don't understand what really comes out with such kind of gift. People are gifted differently. If you cannot write, does not mean Roshi cannot write. If other people are good also in speaking English, but when they tell them to write, it is plain, utter plain, they don't know how to write itself. So these are the things that before you publicize or you publish your verbiage in this YouTube street, get to know that there are those parameters and people are gifted differently. Perhaps, let me know your thought at the comment section. Until next time, this is your senior, Zach.